to this 1250 points game of bolt action. It's Blitzkrieg Germans fighting across the countryside of France here against the British Expeditionary Force. So, welcome to this 1250 points game of bolt action. Back at the early war here. So, Blitzkrieg Germans against the British Expeditionary Force. Another list here for the Germans with some new units being added as well. So, armoured representation, a bit more artillery, and then going a bit more mechanised with the Germans as well. We'll see how they cope against the British here in this game. There's some other things to show you here as well. The French have arrived. They'll be here just as a very small representation, but exciting to see them on the battlefield. Explain that a bit later on. And there's been some improvements with the terrain as well. So I'm going to run through the Germans first of all. So we've got the main chunk of the force is going to be a rifle platoon. We've also got a heavy weapons or an artillery platoon. Yeah, I've just noticed that artillery platoon is not correct. You can't put regular mortars in with the anti-tank guns, so I just swapped it out. Save myself 10 points, don't need the observer, and take an extra man. So that's been corrected. And then we've got an armoured platoon across here as well. So rifle platoon, officer, 2 men with SMGs and a Kuba wagon. Just to the right-hand side, I've got an air observer across here and a man with a rifle. A 2-man sniper team. And a 3 Hare infantry squads. All squads of 10, as NCOs equipped with rifles, the rest of the units equipped with rifles, and then a light machine gun MG34 being taken in each of those squads. And 2 of those squads are taking half tracks here as well. Then, as part of that rifle platoon, I've got crad shoots and across here as well, the motorcycle unit. There is a light machine gun and a loader, and the other 2 men are equipped with SMGs. Then onto the artillery platoon, an officer and 2 men with rifles. Then we've got a light howitzer, field gun, and then 2 Pak 36 light anti-tank guns. So as painted 2 of those up. I'll just show them to you because just a point of interest. This is the metal version from Warlord Games. Very nice it is too. That's the original one I've been using. And the second one I just finished is the gun is a 3D print that I got off eBay. Wasn't happy with the crew, so then just I ditched the whole project and didn't paint it up. But then I made some crew up from the German veteran Blitzkrieg Germans box set. So I just chose like hand poses like car binoculars and so on. A couple of open hand poses just to show they're operating the gun. That's worked out okay, happy enough of that. So I've now got 2 of those anti-tank guns. And then finally onto the armoured platoon. Which consists of, I haven't used this one too much and should be ready for France because they were used a fair bit. And that's the Panzer IV with the short-barreled 75mm main gun. And then a 231 half-track, I believe, with a 20mm autocannon. And I've paid the points, given it 10 points to make it a command vehicle as well. So no Panzer Is, no Panzer IIs. Some people have been asking where are the Panzer IIIs because they were common enough in France especially, and then also going into Operation Barbarossa, 1941 in Russia. I've just bought 3, so I've got a squadron of those to come for Panzer III just to really bulk out and give good variety for this Blitzkrieg German force. So that's the German list. We'll take a look at Aaron's British Expeditionary Force in just a moment. We've got medals on standby for either side, and then super supporters on Patreon. There's 2 of them at the moment. There's 5 slots open on either side. So Gareth Wallace or Von Wallace here is going to support the Germans. We're just going to give him all 5 dice. You can have those allocated to him for important dice rolls throughout the battle. You can support us on Patreon and on YouTube channel membership. Massive thanks to everyone that does already. It really has helped us get the channel to where it is and hopefully push into other fronts as well, being well. But we'll take a look now at the British next. Okay, so 1,250 points of British. We'll let Aaron run through what he has in his list. This is similar to the previous battle. Some changes.
It is similar. I have
Extra
two
gun.
of the artillery pieces in this list.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, so this is my 1,250 points of British Expeditionary Force. We have a rifle platoon here. We have an officer. We have 3 rifle squads, 10 man with a light machine gun and loader in each. And we also have an artillery observer in that platoon. Then we have an artillery platoon. We have the officer, 2 light howitzers with spotters. We have an armoured platoon, so we have the Dingo as the command vehicle, and then we have an A-10 cruiser, a Matilda, and a Vickers light tank there at the back. And finally, we have a heavy weapons platoon, again, an officer, 2 medium machine guns, and a medium mortar to round out the list.
Okay, and to get the howitzer in, what did you drop? Unless you just added it, I don't know. But...
No, the last list had a Bren carrier.
Yes.
I can't remember what.
That's right. Yeah, it was the Bren.
Yeah.
There was a Bren gun carrier. That's right.
Yeah.
All right. So double howitzer has been taken here for Aaron's list. So that's Aaron's list. Aaron does painting commission work. You can check out his website. It'll be in the video description below. You get in touch with him for your own painting commission work. But as you can see, Aaron's work is exceptionally good. And that leads me on to an update for the Russians. As you may or may not be aware, we have Russians on the channel, and Aaron's painting up the infantry section of that army, and there's more that have arrived. So I said to Aaron to paint them up and then to leave the basing. So I'm going to base them up to match in with the rest of the Russian force. But we'll take a look at a few. So sniper team, 2-man sniper team, look at that. Cool, ready for action. Another PTRD, so it's going to give us 3. And then add some more rifles and SMGs. We were short of those, but there's a whole load more of them ready to go. And then some officers here as well. These are metal ones from Warlord Games. I believe this one here is based on a famous photograph from the war. Whether it's like a posed propaganda photo or real action, I can't remember. I recognise that pose though. And then more Russians with medals. Very nice. And a medic as well, I believe. They're the metal, that's the metal set from Warlord Games. So an update there for the Russians. That'll push the size of the infantry up significantly enough. It'll bulk out the squads, and then we've got more vehicles on the way as well as we push the Russians onto full size 1,250 points and beyond. So that's both the lists. Very briefly for our sponsors, link below for Warlord Games. It's an affiliate link, doesn't cost you anything to use it. But for all of your Warlord needs, for bolt action, all the other gaming systems that they do, then do please use that link. It does help support the channel in a small way. And then for 3D prints for your vehicles, it's Gaming Squared. Again, link for them below. The Cruiser is from them. And so too is the Kuba Wagon, this half track, and the 231 armoured car as well. Fantastic prints from them. Link below for Gaming Squared. And then medals on standby for the British. Chris Hutchins as the super supporter for them. And 5 dice ready to be used during the game. And your allocation, don't dare put him on there, please. You can do
he has to go on the Dingo.
All right, Chris Hutchins, we'll search for him on the battlefield. He's going to go onto the Daimler Dingo for this battle. And then Gareth Wallace didn't allocate him earlier on. We'll put him onto the 231 armoured car. We'll take a look at scenario and deployment next. So we have a mission. It's nicely themed for Blitzkrieg. We're playing Envelopment, which in summary is the Germans on the attack. They have to break through the British line and then get off the board. So it's a proper breakthrough through the British lines and beyond. They'll get points for getting units off the table. So for deployment, as you can see, the green dice marking the deployment zone for the British. This is the point of view for Aaron. So the green dice marking his deployment zone. So looking something like this. Then the yellow dice marking the deployment zone for the Germans, so 12 inches in for both deployment zones. The British have to deploy half or more of their army on the board. Anything that's not deployed goes into reserve, and units that are deployed can make use of the hidden special rule. For the Germans, they have to put at least half of their army into the first wave. It can be their entire army if they wish, but at least half the army has to go into the first wave. Anything not in the first wave can go into regular reserves. Then outflanking is not permitted in this scenario. There is a preliminary bombardment that will take place on a 2+. And in this game, as the attacker, the Germans need to try and get as many units off the board as they can. Points is, for the attacker, for the Germans, they get 1 point for every enemy unit that they destroy. They will get 2 victory points for each of their own units that is inside the defender's deployment zone at the end of the game. And then finally, they'll get 3 points if they are able to get units off the board. So 3 points for every unit off of Aaron's deployment zone board edge. And then for the Allies, for the British in this game, quite straightforward. It's kill points, it's 2 points for every unit that they destroy. So if the Germans break free fast and get off the board quickly, it'll be a victory for them. If they get bogged down, their attack is blunted, and it escalates into kill points, then the British should win. Then one other thing to clarify, it's quite obvious, but it's the deployment zone edge runs along here for the Germans. That's the entry point for them. Units come on with either a run move or a bonus. So that's the scenario. We will now go on to deployment and declaration of units going to first wave reserves and so on. Yeah. So there's one other thing I want to talk about here, and that is bonjour, the French. Yes, we've got a unit of French. We'll show everyone the French here. The first unit to arrive on the channel. Super excited. The sculpts for the French Warlord games are absolutely fantastic. Always loved the theme of the French army. I would say about 10 years ago, I was on the border of going and collecting French, but I was going to do them for Flames of War because they had a lovely French set for that gaming system. I didn't, and then saw the French set, and that's one of the major reasons why we went down the direction or down the route of going early war first for bolt action. It was the fantastic French options available for bolt action. So the first French unit has arrived. So there they are. It's a full 12-man squad. There's a light machine gun, and there is also one of the guy kneeling down there has that grenade launcher. I think it's an EB launcher, I think it's called. So what we're going to do for this scenario is we're going to have them on as like an accessory on the board, sort of narrative. So we're going to have them as a stranded French unit on the table, and we'll explain how they'll operate in the game, but they will take part in the game. They're going to be an unreliable resource for Aaron during the game, but at least the first of the French units will be on our tables. Aaron's going to deploy them a bit forward from his position in the building, manning the windows. Okay. And what we're going to do in this game is, now this is very experimental, and you can let us know what you think in the comments section below, but it's a bit of narrative, something interesting on the board. So to represent that they are a stranded, beleaguered, lost French unit that are unreliable, they're going to be inexperienced. They're probably going to take some pins from the bombardment as well. And then when their order dice comes up, we're going to give them a different colour. We're going to put them into the pot the same as all the other units. But when their dice comes up, instead of Aaron choosing an order, we will roll the order dice to see what they do. So that means they're definitely going to be unreliable. They could be disciplined and fire, or they could, just as you need them, decide to go down. We'll let the dice decide. But I think that's nice narrative. We'll just say they're a real shell-shocked, isolated, stranded French unit. But the French are here at least, with hopefully more reinforcements on the way. Yeah, great, Aaron. We can't even see them now. They're in the building, okay? Just showing off the paint job for them. But they're in there somewhere. There we are. Okay, goodbye. They're gone. Hopefully they'll maybe emerge from that building during the game. Yeah, so just in case we don't see them much during the game, there they are. That's a two-man team. So the light machine gun loader. So there's more on the way. There's more on the painting desk. Got vehicles to do for the French as well. And the aim is to get to about 500 points. Then we can maybe do some allied games where they're working together with elements of the British Expeditionary Force, and then push on towards a full-size French army. But they're in the pipeline, and it's great to see them finally arriving on the channel. So deployment's done. The French are in here, as we've said. And then keeping a healthy distance from them. There's no British around here, but they've formed their own line. Stretching across the balls. We'll call out the units that have deployed. Aaron's gone heavy enough on reserves. There's infantry, and all the vehicles have gone into reserve. So artillery, observer, hidden behind the hedge. So we're playing line of sight blocking hedges, unless you're on top of a high enough hill or on top story of a building and you can physically see over the top, then you can. But Other than that, it's line of sight blocking for these thick French countryside hedges. So we have all the observers are across here. So 2 observers for the howitzers.
Yes.
And this guy here is the mortar. Yeah, so good line of sight covering all this area across here. Artillery observers I've already mentioned. An infantry section behind the hedge, then tapping into the hedge, which means that in it and can see through and be seen is the Vickers team. Another Vickers team across here covering the road in that direction. Officer just next to them. And then tucked in, nice and tight in against the terrain, here is the mortar. And then deploying behind the fence line across here is the 2 howitzers and the officer as well. They've got a commanding view across the battlefield and down that road. 2 infantry squads plus an officer in reserve, and also the vehicles as a counterpunch here to this German attack. So Vickers, Matilda, Cruiser and the Dingo all in reserve. And around the other side of the board for the Germans, we've declared pretty much everything's going into the first wave. So we'll try this here, not rely too much on reserves. We're just going to throw everything in, except the crad shoots and the motorcycle unit. They're going to stay off. They're vulnerable, so we're going to keep those off the board. And then we have an infiltrating unit, a sniper. So he is here, carefully observing Aaron's observers. I think we probably do have range, but they're lining up some shots across here. That's the shot. There we go. Looking out for observers somewhere in the distance. They're over there. Maybe I can zoom in. There they are, over there. Some prime targets for us. We'll try and take out their eyes here before this battle begins. Both armies ready to go. Deployment's done. We'll go on to the first turn of the game. We'll put the dice into the pot and go on to turn 1 coming up next. So you're thinking of getting into Bolt Action 3rd edition. What could be standing in your way is this rulebook here. It's over 300 pages long. And so what we've done here on the channel is created a unique series giving you the full lowdown and the full explanation of how to play Bolt Action 3rd edition. To unlock the full video course, you can join us on channel membership. The link for that will be below in the video description, or you can go to the channel homepage and hit the join button. As soon as you join us, it'll give you access to all of the episodes and you can watch those. And hopefully it'll be a great guide to help you get onto the tabletop and playing your own games of Bolt Action 3rd edition. All right, turn 1, here we go. I wonder if the first dice will be French. Oh no, bombardment. Yes, we remembered. So, a 2+. I forgot and remembered. He always remembers. 2 Ooh. Just about goes off. All right, so artillery incoming. We'll work out the results here. It's mostly just going to be pins. All right, so pins done. No, they're not. The French.
Oh, yeah.
I'll roll for them. They're okay. Just 1 pin. All right, so 1 pin on them. Then the rest here. Pin, 2 pins on this gun. Single pins here. They escaped. That's right. There's no pin there. But 2 pins and a hit and a casualty caused on this one. 1 pin across here, and he escaped, the artillery observer. So, across here, we have rolled up for the observers. Just checking the rules. I think that is the case that they are rolled up for, because they're on the same order dice as the artillery, but they're treated as like a separate unit in some respects. And we can't see how they would be impervious to the artillery bombardment. There is a chance they'd be slain. This one escaped with the mortar, and then a pin each for the 2 observers for the 2 howitzers. Let us know what you think in the comments section below. If those are ignored for the artillery bombardment, reckon that they are included, but no casualties taken, just some pins on a few of those spotters. So, first dice out of the bag. British dice. Okay. So where will the German attack come? Down the road, across the fields, through this enclosed area across here. There's a road across here, and then there's the broken up ground, the rough ground here also. Ambush could be a key order. Because at this point, there is no indication as to whereabouts the Germans are coming onto the board.
Yeah, so I am going to stick this figures into ambush.
Ambush, okay. Yes, but the longer the Germans wait to get onto the board, the more units that Aaron can put into ambush. Next dice, yes. German dice. So, I think someone's after a medal here. This is von Wallace bombing up the road here with the armoured car. So, 12-inch move. It's on the road. It's a wheeled vehicle, so it's times 2. So, 24-inch advance. Could literally get to the edge of Aaron's deployment zone. Turn 1. Yeah, but we need him. So, we're going to go 24, and then we're going to put some shots here. So, it's a 20mm gun. We'll fire HE. And we'll go into the artillery on the right-hand side. So 2 shots needing 5s.
I'm going to risk it.
It's going to, right. 2 shots needing 5s. And of course, we'll use one of the dice here from Gareth Wallace here for these attacks. 5s are good. Missed. All right. So, German armoured car. Bold with its move, but making no impact. Next dice. These initial dice are important enough. A British dice. And all of a sudden, Aaron does have a target.
Yeah.
One of Aaron's favourite mottos is don't panic. I'm going to get punished for this. Aaron's drawn British dice. The officer has done UN snap to action. I think it's going to be simultaneous.
To do some order tests first.
Yeah, so we were corrected with the rules. People said you can't do orders as you go along. You have to declare all the orders, and then once they're all declared, you then roll up for each one. So Aaron has done that, and in any order that he wants.
Okay, so we'll try the orders from the officer first. So he's finally loosed his pin.
Okay.
And then we'll try this. Yep.
They've passed. Pin's been cleared, and then they can execute their fire order.
Okay. So obviously they're going to...
3 up, yeah. Woof, just about. It gets to 3. Well done.
Okay.
It's a 7 to beat. 4 plus 4.
Tank 4, 8.
Side armor 9. I'll take a cover save of 5 plus.
Okay.
For the wheat field, the fence, and the fence. And a bit of a tree.
What about Gareth Wallace dice? See if he can save himself.
Oh, it's him. Well, that is a most noble suggestion. Come on. Yeah, he does. Thanks, Aaron. Okay, next gun. So I'll take a pin on him because he was hit.
So we'll do our order test here first. Double 1s.
Oh, which is good and clears all pins. Okay, guns are up for the fight here.
Okay, so to hit.
3 up. Missed. Okay, we risked it. But the gamble's paid off so far. Because I know that those 2 guns are a threat. But I know that Aaron's tanks are off the board and they won't be on turn 1. Next dice. British dice again. Okay. Maybe a case of setting up as many ambush tokens as possible. So yeah, second Vickers has gone into ambush. A German dice has come up. Panzer IV's arrived. It's gone on 9 inches. And we're going to go for the bow machine gun into the gun that's shot on my left, and we'll do the HE into them as well. We'll try and go for that one target. No, we'll split. We'll go with split. Why not? Okay, we'll split. In which case, a single HE shot into that gun. There is no reaction because it's on a fire order, and we'll go again for 5 up. A 2. Okay, missed. And then bow machine gun. 6 shots halved is 3, plus 1 for Hitler's buzzsaw. 5s. got the hit. That's what we're after, is a pin. We're trying to wound on a 4+. We do. And Aaron can take gun shield protection on a 5+. Ooh, the casualty goes through. All right, so
this team?
sorry, no, that's the one on the left. My left, yeah, that one there. All right, so next dice out of the pot. Not so much impact here with the Germans, but their intent's quite clear now. They're pushing up this road with their vehicles at least.
Right.
Okay, we'll let Aaron decide what he wants to do here. Still, most of the German army is not on the board yet. There's an advance order being given to the infantry, the rifle section. So you can see Aaron moving them through. And you're going to deploy those outside of the hedge. So
Yeah.
Okay, so just crossing from one hedge to the next. So whilst Aaron's moving, as you can see, with a slight, hopefully an improvement for our terrain, is the backdrop across here on the left-hand side. So this is fixed in place. It's just a board. It just hides all the counters and stuff that we have behind here, and it just gives you a nice background for our panning shots. And then what I've done is the board ends just beyond here, so not losing any space. So actually push the ball back, and I've just run hedges along here just as a nice backdrop. A couple of sort of flatter trees pushed in against there as well, but hopefully gives us a nice backdrop for filming. There's one across the other side. We shift it over when Aaron's playing his turn, and then maybe Aaron can demonstrate for us. When we go to the panning stage, Aaron lifts the landscape and then puts it down, and then when we're doing our panning shots, it gives us the nice background like so. So hopefully improvement for your viewing experience. People have been saying in the comment section, really try and push the narrative, push the immersive side of the game. So we're doing the best we can. Hopefully that's an improvement for you going forward. Just need to get a second one of those for a conifer forest Russian front background when we play our Eastern Front battles. So they moved, their pin was cleared, and the next dice out of the pot
Is German.
German dice. So we'll go to the sniper team. They've been itching to get a shot off here. We'll go for the mortar spotter. He's just there. It's 3s for a hit. We'll grab a Gareth Wallace dice. We'll try and get a 3. We do. So I think it's 3s for a kill here. And it is. All right. So no cover saves allowed. And model removed. Mix up on the models. Aaron's corrected it. It's the mortar he's removed, which is actually that one over there. But model removed from play. Sniper team at their dastardly work here, taking out the spotter for the mortar team. That will irritate Aaron to the point where he may go hunting that sniper later on. British dice has just been drawn. So British dice drawn. Aaron used it as a snap to action here. So ambush on everything. Remember, this Vickers is tucked into the hedge, so it can see across here. It's obviously not going to open up because it's just armoured vehicles as targets at the moment. This one failed and went down. Aaron was trying to go into ambush with him. Yes, this was a separate dice from earlier on. Aaron hadn't done his order test, done it now and then failed it, so that's all correct. A string of dice, it's all German. So we've just been putting them onto units inside the transports, the crowd shoots and as well, dice on them. And then we brought on an anti-tank gun, setting up here with a pretty good field of view, just to cover the German advance as the vehicles push through. So next dice, looking at the French dice. No, another German dice. So we know they're French in that building, so we've brought on the short howitzer for some direct fire later on. Another German dice. And I think we know what we're going to do with this one. As Aaron's just pulled the French dice here, but we've gone on a run move, so 6 inches with the anti-tank gun, and it has a field of view across in this direction. The Germans try to cover their angles as best as they can. All right, the French, halfway through the turn, they have awoken from their slumber, and the order dice is
Fire.
a fire order. Right, look for a target that all of a sudden the French spring into action. They may well have targets that they can shoot at, actually.
Well,
German artillery pieces.
yeah, I'd say the most prominent
field gun.
target is the field gun, yeah.
Okay, good for them.
So, just need to check range, I suppose.
Yes, so there's rifles, a light machine gun, and a VB launcher as well, grenade launcher. So, yeah, targets across here. Rifles falling about here, so they're all out of range. The VB launcher, which is tricky enough rules to actually find, but it's 6 to 18 inch range, so that falls short. So the rifleman would have used his rifle, but that's still out of range. So really, it's just the light machine gun, which you can see through the gap across here, onto the light artillery. So, order test. Which is, yes, you've rolled the type of order, but you've still got to roll to get the order going.
Yeah.
Oh dear, 9. Pin, and they're inexperienced as well, so they actually go down. So they thought about shooting, but nothing materialised this time around. And they failed their order test, so they keep their pin as well. So we did warn Aaron not to rely on the French in this particular instance. So silence from that building for now, whilst the Germans set up their light artillery. So British dice being drawn. Aaron's just cycling through them, putting them onto units that are in reserve. Pretty much all of his units have been activated here. German half-tracks turned up. Aaron's air artillery observer is in the hedge, so he's a viable target, and we're going to shoot at him here with our machine gun. 5s. 666. Ouch. Gosh, sniper. 4s to wound. Yeah, 2. He's in trouble. Soft cover, but that's about it here.
And down.
And down, because he's
an observer.
Fine. 3 ups.
Nope,
He's gone. He's been shot here. Machine gun fire, spraying the hedge line. It's taken out the artillery observer. That's a blow here for the British. Next up, German infantry squad. Advanced move, light machine gun. He's going to put its shots into the windows there with the French. 5s. 2 hits. That's going to annoy the French. There's going to be another pin marker on them. See if we can get our first casualty. It's a maybe here. Have they gone down?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a 2-up save then.
Okay, how many?
And just the 1. No, all right, so just the pin. So we've cycled through all the dice now. Turns finished. Officers turned up here. That's the officer for the artillery. Kübelwagen here. Air observers. The air observer, just a view like this, down the road and across the right. And then we advanced move, took the risk for range, and range 36, just literally a few millimetres short of the artillery across there, so their shots not going ahead. End of turn. German thrusts coming across here up the road. It's pretty obvious they're going to go down there, but they're also spread out across the table with other units as well. Remember, the aim of the game is to push off the table, not just at that road there. It could be anywhere on the board. If the Germans can exit with enough units, they will break through and win the game. We'll see if the British can stop them. Turn 1 comes to an end. We'll go on to the second turn of the game coming up next. Right, so turn 2, and first dice out the pot. German dice. I was going to say straight away, straight to the sniper, but there could be more pressing matters across here. Who gets their shots in first? So yeah, we're going to go for the Panzer IV. It's going to remain stationary. It's going to put the main gun into the right-hand side, HE, and then the light machine gun will spray the other gun. So Aaron can react well with either or none or both of those guns. Just trying to be the biggest pain that I can here with this Panzer IV. Doing its job. It's designed to take on infantry, artillery, and suppress.
No, we'll have to risk it.
Has to risk it, yeah. Aaron's got to try and repel this German force. So, we'll go for machine gun first. So that's the bow machine gun. 4 shots, needing 4s, I suppose, this time. 2 hits, we get the vital pin. 4s for wounds. We do get 2 wounds as well. This is annoying here. Okay, so gun shield protection, 5 pluses.
Nope.
No, gun's been decrewed. Ouch. Okay, we'll leave the model on because Aaron could send crew across. So we'll just mark it up with a bit of fluff here. Right, yes, just marked up with a bit of smoke. It's not fully removed from play. Then the main gun to be absolute Blitzkrieg. Gareth Wallace with the firepower here. Down to 4 because we remain stationary. Uh-oh. Okay. This is a 75mm short-barreled howitzer. So 2-inch blasts. All the crew are in. Pen +2, so we're on 2s to wind. Yep. And Aaron's saves here of 5+. Nasty, nasty hit here. None of them. Oh, unbelievable. Someone's looking for a medal. Panzer IV. Rarely used here, but fighting for a spot in this list, it's done particularly well. Advanced, shot, halt, fire. No, split fire. And then both targets eliminated. Full-on Blitzkrieg attack here with decent firepower support here for the Germans. Ouch. Yeah, Aaron's marking those up, but nasty stuff here from the Germans. Yeah, before the keyboard warriors start typing, right, we have read the comments that say Aaron should get the, what is it? It's not the Bofors, it was the 2-pounder. It can pivot. It's got like a rotating ability on it. Those are potentially in the pipeline, the light anti-tank guns. So Aaron took the risk because he had paid the upgrade to give them AP, so they could be used for indirect fire and also for direct fire, but they've paid the price here. German Panzers have taken out both of those artillery guns. Next dice is a British dice here. Now bear in mind, the British do have plenty of armour in reserve for this scenario. Yeah, you're going to need the armour because this flank now is fully open for German armoured units, so it will be the armour that will be needed to counter this German attack for sure.
Try and bring on the A-10 cruiser.
A-10 cruiser, okay. So Aaron has to roll up from reserve, and
yes.
That's a pass. All right, so we're going to have a British tank turn up here. Don't think we need to guess where it's going to go. It doesn't have to come on the road, it can come on somewhere else. Okay, very interesting conversation off camera. Aaron's deliberately coming on the road because we've been looking at the rules for recce on this. So I can make a reaction move because I haven't been activated yet. It allows me to make, if Aaron comes on, declares to shoot him, I can then make a recce reaction move, which lets me make either a run or an advanced move as a reaction. It's just normal, so I can do my pivoting, moving, and so on. The rules are that I have to try and disappear or get out of line of sight of the attacking unit. If I can't do that, then I have to try and improve my cover save, and if I can't do that, I have to try and end up further away from the unit that's shooting at me. But one of the last rules that's talked about is I can make a recce maneuver to go off the table in scenarios that permit it. That's why Aaron's blocked the road, because he doesn't want to come on here, declare a shot at me, and then I recce off the table and pick up 3 points. Some move that would be. Okay. Yeah. So instead, Aaron wants to try and target. So you are going to target him.
I am going to target him, yes.
And I'll do a recce maneuver here. So I'm going to try and react to this and try and get out of sight. Yep. Okay. So recce maneuver done. So he's swung around to the left-hand side. We've had to do a run move just to get a bit further along the road. 12 inches would have landed me here. I don't want to block a line of sight for shooting coming across there. So run move, it's just the 1 90-degree turn, and then heading across in this direction with him. So it ends up like that. His dice has been drawn out of the bag. That's him used up, but at least he's not been shot at by him. And his shot just, that's it. No shooting from the tank as well. So both cancelled each other out. Okay, so that's the current situation at this stage. Next dice, British. Okay, must stop the Germans here. They're still far back, but the loss of the howitzers will be felt here. More armour?
I think so. I'll try to bring Matilda on.
Matilda.
Yep.
Okay, she arrives. All right, Matilda's arrived. It's turned up here. It's reached the hedge line.
Just gonna try and put a shot into the side of your...
Reki Armoured. Ah, we've jumped out of the frying pan into the fire. 5's for a hit. If Aaron can hit the target. Dice, quick.
Come on.
No, I mean,
No.
the Hutchins dice would have done it. 4, no.
No.
Missed. God, he's living life on the edge here, this armoured car. Right, next dice out the pot. British armour comes on, hopefully in the nick of time. German dice. We've just got an ambush across here. There's still that Vickers to arrive on the board, so just watch that side of the table, and it is a British dice. Just to clarify, observers are all removed from across here because they were attached to the 2 howitzers. And once the Vickers on the board, the light tank.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good dice rolls for reserves. The British are keen enough to get onto the board. You can imagine the cries for assistance on the radio. This is the point, the tip of the German spear here. He's come on this side of the table here, up the road. And I think I know what he's after here. This half track.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's actually, I was going to say it's a 20mm. It's not. It's a light anti-tank gun, isn't it?
It's a light automatic cannon.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
2 shots then. 2 shots in 5s.
Range, okay.
Yep, range will be fine.
Yes.
Aaron's going to use Hutchins dice. So 2 shots in 5s, and the Hutchins dice being used.
No.
Oh, no, okay, 2 shots, and they miss. Okay, German dice, snap to action, infantry squad, and the artillery piece across here. So HE, straight into that building against the French unit. So 4+ for a hit. Miss this time, so they're okay. Then we'll do an advanced move with these. So firepower here, I reckon 2 rifles can't see, the rest can. 5s. 4 hits, so good spray of firepower here. We're talking about Aaron's ability to react. We're saying that this is just developmental rules for narrative, but Aaron can choose to react by going down, just in case of drawing the dice out the bag, putting a down order on that unit. But he's left them out for the random draw if they survive. There's 3 wounds come through. As the down marker was removed, and Aaron hasn't chosen to go down, so therefore it's going to be 4 up save on 3 dice. Pass them all.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice French brickwork. Okay, so no, you taking a casualty yet?
No.
No. All right, good for the French. All right, so next dice out the pot. British dice. So Aaron said off camera that the French so far are just good at hiding and accumulating pins, but not much action from them so far. It's a poor show from them so far. Yeah, you can't insult the French too much. The Germans, trying to be professional, we've wandered straight into the path with the Vickers machine gun. It's set up right there, and it's going to put its shots across here. We've already made our manoeuvre. There is soft cover, double fence, bit of hedge, but Aaron's going to fire full auto here with this.
I have to do my order test of 2 pins.
2 pins, right. If the order is passed.
It says 6, 7, 8. Yes.
Pass. All right, so 1 pin can be removed. Vickers about to open up.
Okay, so
6 dice, right?
So -1.
Because of a pin. 5s for hits.
2.
2, bang on average.
Okay.
It's a heavy machine gun. I think a 3's to win. And 2
2
wounds do go
wounds.
through. 5+ to try and block those. Block 1. 1 casualty taken. All right, so 1 model removed and a pin. We're all excited. The French dice has been drawn, and it is.
They're going to rally.
Well, that makes sense. Good for them. Okay, so they're now starting to get into better shape here. Rally order, all being well. Inexperienced, passed on a 7, so they can clear all their pins. Good for them. Okay. A few dice have been drawn. It's a number of British dice. Aaron's put a dice onto a squad in reserve, which didn't turn up. He wanted them to arrive. Is there any other? There's a few others that you did over here.
Yeah, so this squad just went into ambush.
Yes, but not into the hedge. Yes. And that's it.
That's it, yeah.
All right, and it's German dice next. A few more dice to come through. German dice at the air observer unit. They're just tucked here at the back, and they have called in an airstrike, very narrative, straight up the road against the British armour coming on, so the cruiser. Seeing the open flank, the half-track's done a single pivot and an 18-inch bomb up across in this direction, carrying the squad with them. And more German dice come through. Right, so a couple more dice have been drawn. As the other half track has pushed ahead a run move, so it's crossing the halfway point across the board. It's confident enough that it's been covered by firepower, such as our anti-tank guns. British infantry squads turned up, passed their order test, and have come up here, again not tapping into the hedge, but just moved up to back up the squad that's just ahead of them. So we've actually gone for a string of dice and pretty much completed turn 2. So German dice just been allocated onto units in reserve. And I was shot at by the dingo, turned up over there. We went down, and no hits came through, but it stopped us then from relocating. And then the last few dice is the anti-tank gun, which with the 1-inch roll can still see through to the Matilda. It has range. So I go for a shot, Nina 3. And I'm going to use the last Gareth Wallace dice here for us. 3 up to hit this beast. Whoa, plum hit. Okay. And pen plus 3. You're a 9. 6 for superficial. -1 is a long range. So no, just a pin caused here. We've knocked on the door at least of the Matilda. 1 pin taken. So we're at the end of the turn here. We have a few units that are on ambush that we're going to try and activate. You can use up the ambush and try and convert it into regular fire order. So I'm going to do that here for this anti-tank gun. It is a 4+ though to get it to shoot. It does. And we're going to go into... Well, I'm thinking the Matilda, actually. Yeah, because the air observer's on the cruiser and the Matilda's a greater threat. So we've actually got a crisscross diagonal here. So we're going to go for a 3 up. Another hit. So to take a pin, I would argue maybe side armor. We'll just see what we get here. 6 will be good. No, so just going to be another pin. So another hit comes through, but the Matilda seems impervious to these light anti-tank guns so far. So dice collected. End of turn. Ambushes. Any ambushes remaining on the board?
Just the Vickers here.
Vickers across there. Okay. So I've just ended the turn around this side of the board, just so you can see the British point of view. There's the infantry stacked up behind the hedges, and beyond them, the open fields, German armoured units operating. British armour and vehicles across here. Here's the Matilda. A nice commanding view right in the centre of the table. Multiple targets for it to try and deal with. That's the Vickers team that's set up in ambush that's tapped into the hedge. There's the cruiser that's so far anchoring the road. And this is the open flank across here with the destroyed artillery. So that's the British point of view at this stage. End of turn 2. We're all on to turn 3 next. Right, so turn 3, and the first thing we have to resolve is the air observer here. So 1 dice needing a 4+ for an aircraft to come in for the kill. No. Okay, that is the skies are empty. With that roll, I am allowed to change the target to something else that I can see. The only thing I can see is that officer that's doing the 100-yard dash. So we'll leave it. We'll leave the target as the cruiser over there. All right, so first dice out of the pot. A great cheer will erupt if it's the French dice. We're all eager for them to do something. British dice this time around. Tough choices. Stop the Germans from getting off the board. Kill points are a problem for the British here as well. They're losing, or have lost a number of units. But if Aaron can start getting kills, that'll swing the game back around in his favour. So destroying targets, any targets pretty much, doesn't have to be our toughest units. Whilst Aaron's deciding, just call out the terrain. If you like the look of our terrain, we have full tutorials for pretty much everything on this board on membership. There's a roads tutorial. If you like the look of our hedges, these are all scratch built from very affordable materials, and all the processes explained in each of the episodes. We have a new tutorial for the cornfields. They're scratch built as well. Hills. There's tree guides for both the conifer forest and the deciduous trees that we have here as well. So do check out channel membership. It means you can support the channel. We can reward you with bonus content, including these comprehensive guides, so that you can create tables just like this for your own games of bolt action and beyond. You could play Napoleonics on this as well at 28mm and other gaming systems also. So link below for membership, or you can go to channel homepage and hit the join button. And as always, a big shout out and thank you to everyone that supports us already. A fire order from Cruiser into the side of the half track. I think that's the logical choice. Straight to the Chris Hutchins dice, a chance for glory.
Okay.
Turret turned precisely. 3 up. I'm nervous about this. 6, what a plum hit. All right, so half track. Just had a light anti-tank gun shell rip into the side of it. As armoured carrier 7, side armour, in range. Pen plus 5.
3, 8.
8. Soft cover, we could argue.
Yeah.
Cornfields and fences. All counts. Doesn't stop it.
Okay.
So a 2. Not quite the result here. So half track, not destroyer, but we'll see what the damage is. So it's an immobilised result. Extra pin. We've marked up with a bit of fluff. Add an immobilised vehicle triggers an auto disembark from the unit inside. Do you know what? I think I will inherit the pins. Because you gave me 2 pins, which automatically go on them. Then I disembark. So I'm just going to stick 2 pins on the infantry squad. It's D6. I rolled a 5. So we've debussed and then gone into the hedge, crawled out into the hedge, then gone down. Taking the 2 pins with us as well. Just when you thought it was safe, and Aaron snatching at the opportunity here, an ambush has been triggered by, you can point to, where are they?
Just here.
They're there. It's triggered the Vickers machine gun on ambush, and it is angled facing this way, isn't it? Yeah, it's angled facing that. That's exactly its job. So now Aaron's going to try and cause further trouble for that German infantry squad, who have dared to cross the halfway line here.
Okay.
4s. All of them. Oh, must have been a firing lane set up.
Okay. 3s.
3s to wound. 4
Okay,
wounds
so
come
4
through.
wounds, yeah.
We'll take another pin. That's them in a bit of trouble. 3 up saves because we're down in cover. And we do block the damage. That's going to keep their heads pinned down further. All right, proper ambush there, and good firepower from the British.
Was it 4 or 3?
Sorry, 4. I rolled another one. And that one's got 3. All right, so 1 casualty taken. Next dice here. That was good manoeuvring from the British. British dice. All right, learning some lessons here. Don't be too bold with your half tracks. They can be picked on, and it looks like it's going to be shot at. This one here is going to be shot at by the
Vickers, yeah.
Vickers. Checking the 1-inch raw. It's okay, just about. So Aaron can do the shot. Again, it's going to be soft cover with partially obscured by the hedge.
Okay.
And the rough ground here as well. 1 shot does come through. All right. These are AP rounds. Possibly side armor. We'll just see what Aaron gets. No. 3, 5. Even side armor 6. Not enough. All right. So we'll take a pin. Okay. All right. Anti-tank gun. I'm going to try and strike that Matilda. I'm going to try and at least put pins on that thing and shoot at it whilst we can see it. So 1 shot needing a 3. It's another hit. So another pin will come through. We're all to see what we get. A 6. We'll check about side armor. 5. Oof, okay. So we have checked and checked and checked and reckon it is side armor. So 5 and 4 is 9. Plus 1 for side armor. She's not armored all round, is she? Don't think so. No. And then -1 for long range takes us back to 9 again. So superficial. But before we come to that, cover save 5+.
I think Chris Hutchins.
Yeah, Chris Hutchins dice, of course.
Oh,
No. Is he on your side today?
I don't know. He's way over the far side of the table there.
Superficial dice. Oh, yeah, the dice roll is a 2. It's not going to be too scary.
Steering compromised.
So, right, interesting. Right, steering compromised. But what helps us, or is good, is the extra pin that comes through from that. So 2 pins in total and a steering compromised result. All right, so next dice out of the pot. Matilda's really taking some hits here. That's 3 AP rounds. I've struck that target in a matter of seconds. So I'm liking the setup AT guns.
Mm.
You could do the same.
I could.
Yeah. Okay. When's your birthday? Get more models. Birthdays this week. Happy birthdays. Okay. That's maybe too late for presents. We'll see. All right. So next dice is British.
British, yeah.
Okay.
I think we're going to have to do a rally on the Matilda.
Boy, oh boy. Yes.
Get the pins off it.
Yeah, Aaron's going to go for this. He's going to risk it and go for the shot.
Okay. I'll go into your recce vehicle.
He's not going to do a fire order because he doesn't want to fail it and then reverse back off the board. We just held Aaron at that point before that happened. So he wants to rally, get those pins cleared. Double 6. That's not good. Okay, the Matilda's not having a good day here.
Off the table.
Both results are bad, right? Who rolls on the foo bar table?
Probably me.
You do. Okay, right. It is a foo bar. For vehicles, both results are nasty. A 1. Friendly fire.
Yeah, I think so.
He's just checking the chart here. Oh, what a disaster. It's not pleasant what's happening, but it's just our imaginations are running riot here because you can just imagine what's happening taking place. It is a what?
Friendly fire, so you get to shoot the Matilda, whatever you want.
Oh, no. It's disaster. So, yeah, it's a friendly fire order. It's a light anti-tank gun. We've turned the turret. There's crazy confusion going on here. And we're going to put HE into the Vickers machine gun. That's the machine gun that was shooting at the Germans over there. So we'll get that resolved. I was going to shoot down the road here against the Vickers, but we can't see for all the hedges. Yeah, Aaron's taking them off. That's the rolls for damage, and they're in the open, no cover. So Vickers machine gun team destroyed by the Matilda and a confused friendly fire incident across the other side. And the worst part of it all, the French are watching. Aaron's made an observation here. I could have chosen to shoot the French, very true, but that is true. No, but the French are no threats at us at the moment. Okay, next dice is the French.
It's the French.
It's the French. They've decided to activate here. Right, to save the day. Here comes the dice roll for them. The French decide to advance. Vive l'empereur. So we're talking about the extent to how far you push the control. Yeah, we're talking about maybe with an advanced roll you could do D6 in a random direction. But we're going to say that Aaron does have a relative amount of control. So with the advance order, Aaron does have to execute the advance order, but he can choose what direction he wants to go. And obviously with the advance will come some French firepower. So this unit's active.
Yeah.
And I think he knows what he wants to do with them. So the French will emerge from the building. Right, so finally the French have emerged. There they are. We'll just zoom in just to capture the moment. So falling out the back door, manning the fence line across here. And they have a target. The light machine gun is going to put its shots at the Germans that have just emerged from the half track. And one rifle shot as well is in range 24.
2 hits.
One.
Hit. Oh.
Inexperienced.
Oh, yeah.
Need 5s and you moved. You got any pins?
No.
No, you're all right. So 1 hit. Falls for a wound.
Wound
does come through. Can the French draw blood? They don't because we are in cover and we're down, but we receive an extra pin. The French have assisted the British finally. Next up, Vickers. They're tucked in there. They're going to repeat their attack. I'm going to take it. Might regret this.
Order test 7 is fine. Lose the pin.
You got no pins now?
No pins.
Uh-oh. 4s for hits. Just the 1. 3s for a wound.
It is
1 wound comes through. Cover save 5+. do pass it. Just the one pin. All right. German dice. We've done a snap to action here with the command armoured car activating the half track. Advance order on both. Passed thanks to the morale bonus with the half track. So moved, pivoted, and I'm going to put some shots into the French. You've just come out of the building here. So needing 5s, actually. So 1 pin on them. And 4s for a kill because they're in the open. Yeah, one of the infantrymen is slain. Okay. So French casualty, but no. That model's been returned?
Yes.
Yes. Because the order test has to be passed to then activate the UN snap to action. And the armoured car failed. We reckon there's no enemy within the frontal arc, so it's just going to go down and sit where it is, but it's out of action, which then meant that the user snap to action attempt didn't go on the half track. It never advanced, it never turned, it never shot at the French, so we put it back where it was. German dice. So, German dice drawn. I'm now going to attempt that manoeuvre with him. So the command vehicle's there to help us try and lose this pin. No, we don't. Now, is there enemy in my frontal arc? I would say there is with the Matilda. So that one will execute a reverse move and go down. Our advance is being halted and stifled here to a degree by the bravery of British units here. No, it's not been halted by your bravery. You are brave, but it's my inability to pass these order tests is what's going on. To make it even worse, he's now reversed across my nice line of sight that I'd set up for the Matilda as well. So not all going our way here for the Germans for sure. We're struggling to get past the halfway mark on the board. Fire order on this. It's got angle just about onto that officer that's trying to run away. We've got to try and pass our test first of all. Ooh, do pass. Okay, so we'll lose a pin. And then we'll go for 4 shots, needing 5s because of the pin. Aaron's reacted by going down. It's been hit once. He hasn't been wounded. All right, so he escapes, but it's a down order on the officer. So we've cycled through a good number of units, and most of this turn is pretty much finished. There's a few German dice still to go. The Dingo took some shots here at the sniper. We risked it this time, and both shots missed. The sniper not activated and not hit. Ambush, I'll go around to that side of the board to cover Aaron's units. And nothing further here from the Germans, who are struggling to get beyond the halfway point on the board. So ambush with this squad. Now they are not inside the hedge, but they're ambushed here, getting ready if the Germans try to push through. And then ambush here on the officer. Fire order was done from the Vickers, which caused just 1 pin, and I passed a cover save on the German squad that's moving through the gap there. And then we've seen all of this, advance order, fire order on the mortar. No, run, sorry. So manoeuvring with the mortar to get into position for direct fire because their observer or their spotter has been slain. And we've seen the down order on him. And the fire order was resolved from there. So British have finished, just some German dice to work our way through. So just cycled through the last of the German dice. The Panzer IV pushed forwards and tried to shoot the officer over there with machine gun fire, and we hit him, but no wound come through. Then Kuberwagers pushed up. We cleared the pin that was on this squad that's inside the half track for the rally. 6-inch move with these, crossing the fence. A run move going 6 inches with the light howitzer, the field gun. Then run moves on the command squad and the infantry squad, and shifting to their left to try and get out of the fire arc there of the Vickers. It's nothing from the anti-tank gun, can't shoot, relocated. It's no point staring at that Dingo, so we've moved down here with the sniper, and that's the turn finished for the Germans. Plenty of units on our half of the table, but as far as breaking in, getting into Aaron's deployment zone, which we get points for, and then getting off the board, that is not happening at this stage. We'll end the turn here. We'll go on to the 4th turn of the game. Coming up next, the battle is still raging here, and victory is not clear for either of these two forces. Bitter fighting taking place. Good thematic vibe to this one for sure. Mm-hmm. Certainly capturing much of the horror, confusion, and viciousness of Blitzkrieg warfare. We'll go on to turn 4 next. All right, so turn 4.
4, yeah.
I hear the rumble of airplane engines.
We don't.
No, we don't. A 1 that actually means something else. Yes, a 1 is... I was right, I did hear the rumble of engines. It's rookie pilot, so he's not gone for the intended or the original target. Aaron must pick a friendly or enemy unit within 12 inches, and then the attack is resolved. There are multiple units to choose. If Aaron's going to play the mission, he'll pick the French. If he takes pity on them, he'll pick something else. But maybe not. The French unit's at full strength. It's a nightmare here. This German plane is incoming, but where is the target going to be is the question. It's Aaron's choice.
Terrible thing to do.
The officer.
Pick the officer because he's kind of out in his own there.
Yes.
I think we're going to have to go for him.
Right. All right. So Aaron's going to move the marker and it's going to go onto the officer, and then we're going to resolve this air attack. So one of my favourite bits here for Blitzkrieg Germans, but not so good for the Allies. It's turned up here, so you measure. This is the intended target. You then have to go 18 inches away to place another point, which we have placed just here. I've just put the model on just as representation, but that's that point. The first step then is to resolve pins. So D3 pins on the officer, he took 2. That was the target, and everyone within 6, which there was no one else. And then this point across here, every unit within 6 inches taking pins, which is the Vickers took pins, Matilda took an extra 1, Malta took 1, officer took 2. That's just to represent the bombing run or the strafing run coming across in this direction from the aircraft's looking something like this. Then roll up to see what type of attack it is, and it is a 1, which is a strafing fighter. Yep, Aaron's just removing him from play. It was 2d6. He went down, 2d6 halved for the strafing run attacks coming through, plus 2 pen. Just about managed to take the officer out, so officer removed. Destroyed by that machine gun firepower coming from the airplane. We're going to remove the flying stand here just for the danger of it being knocked over as we're continuing on with the turn. All right, so finally the strike from the air has taken place. Officer removed. All helps with kill points here, and further pins distributed across there, which is helpful for the Germans as they try and break through. We'll press on. First dice out of the pot. German dice. So fire order here, because that cruiser's free and has no pins, it's fully available. So we'll go for 3 up here with pack 36. Ooh. We'll just roll that again, shall we? Ooh, 3. Okay, so that is a hit. It's going to be frontal armor on this thing. Pen plus 4. 8. Minus 1 for long range. Takes you to 7. Yeah. So nothing, just a pin caused. All right, so German dice, we turned it into snap to action, and we pretty much executed the 2 orders that we tried to do last turn. So this time, passed both. The vehicle moved across, got 1 hit and 1 pin with AP with a 20mm cannon on the Vickers, but no damage. And then moved, pivoted with the half track, shot at the French just around the corner. They didn't react, didn't go down, and they just took a pin, no casualties. So they escaped lightly from that attack. Next dice out of the pot is British dice. It's the cruiser tank. Order test first. It's a fire order. That's happy enough. All pins gone?
Yep.
Good. Aaron wants to shoot down the road at the Panzer IV. He's going to use the Chris Hutchins dice. So 1 shot. Here we go. Needing a 3. Just about. God.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, breathe. Okay, next stage is trying to do something. Pen plus 4, short range. It's a medium tank 9. Oh, 8. Nothing. Bounces off. Would have been different if it was against a Panzer 2 or Panzer 1, but it's a tougher tank, this one. But we'll take 1 pin. Yeah. So that firepower is resolved. Pin on the Panzer 4. The mortar firing through the sights directly across here. Missed. Be a 5+ to hit next turn.
Yeah. That was from an officer snap to action, so he's just gone down bush. That's
yes.
the other thing in there.
Okay, and then, yes, we have an activation here. Vickers has moved through, got itself into point blank range with an advance to take on my armoured car. We're looking for 2 shots, needing 3s? Yeah, for point blank. Got the 2 hits. This is very good. Someone's looking for a medal.
Come on.
Pen plus 4? Yeah, pretty good. No cover. I think you got a 7 and an 8 there.
It's
pen +2, AP round,
Yeah.
and point blank gives you +1.
Yeah.
Right. So 3 and 3 is 6, and then 3 and 4 is 7. So actually 1 superficial.
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll get a result on that and apply it. It's a 3. Turret jam, an extra pin. So it's a pretty good result coming through. So German dice, snap to action across here. I thought this was guaranteed, but we failed our order test, so gone down on those. I was going to try and push them forwards in that direction. The officer moved a little bit, an advanced move of him, and a fire order granted to these from using the air observer, which you can use as a spotter, up the road, and we tried to put a shot onto the cruiser and missed. That's firepower from him. The British dice, Aaron managed to get the rifle section onto the board. That's the last of Aaron's reserves, so they've turned up. We'll zoom in so you can see them. Just to plug the gap and to man that fence line. Effective enough, they put firepower through here onto the German infantry. We took a casualty, went down, and a pin caused as well. So that infantry squad's in a sorry state on 4 pins in total. Turret back round again, yeah. Okay, so rally order on the Matilda, clearing all of the pins. It had been shot at by the anti-tank gun across there, got a hit but no damage. Then just the German dice came up, put it onto the crew inside the vehicle. Did a fire order across here and caused a pin but no casualties on Aaron's infantry squad. The French dice has been drawn. We shall randomise what they do. So far, quite sensible.
Down.
Oh, sorry. Spoke too soon. We've decided to go down. All right. They waver over to the British infantry. You've arrived. They take over. Okay. They hit the dirt in the garden. The French. They're in the cabbages currently. Just outside the back door of the house. Right, next dice drawn is British and a snap to action. End of turn, actually gone cycled through the last of the dice. So we manoeuvred here with the Kuba wagon, staying on the road. Not sure if I called that out. We shot, and yeah, we've done that one. Hit the Matilda, then Aaron cleared the pins. Desperate stuff here from the Germans. So disembarked, lapse of concentration here. Disembarked, got into the hedge, got ready to shoot. Aaron got to ambush first and executed a fire order. Shot into the hedge. We've still got cover for it, which blocked a couple of shots. We lost 4. We then shot back with a pin and took out 2 of the British infantry, but Aaron won that firefight, getting his shots in first with that unit. Dingo moved across to counter the Kradshoots, who turned up here, bombed on 24. And Aaron shot and missed across here. The sniper made a run move just at the very end of the turn. And that's about it here for units. There's nothing else. I think Aaron's gone through all of his.
Yeah, I don't think I got my cover save actually on the 2 guys, did I?
No, they're in the open at point blank.
They're in the open, okay.
Yes. So, end of turn. The Germans... It's tricky for us. Aaron's blocking the entrances. That entrance is blocked by Matilda. You've got the mostly blocking the road there with the cruiser. There's infantry blocking the fence. We're struggling to break through here. We may try and wheedle through here with the bikes, but it's going to be tricky. So Germans, again, reaching the halfway point, but getting units off the table, it's proven difficult. For every 1 point we get for a kill, you get 2 for kill points. Yeah, so Germans have... But even if we don't get units off the board, if we can end the game inside your deployment zone, we can pick up points. The aggression still needs to continue here for the Germans if they're to stand a chance of winning. Their breakthrough, I would say at this stage, is unconvincing. They're not breaking through the British lines. Some success for sure. Casualties are quite light actually on both sides. It's more teams that the Germans have taken out. Our infantry casualties, we've lost 7 and some damage on some vehicles. So casualties do run light at this stage. We're going to go on to the later stage of the game, turn 5 next. So turn 5. First dice out of the pot's going to be important enough. The French. No, it's a British dice. There's so many important areas where we want dice to come up first. It's a good firefight. I'll zoom in just so you can see the intensity of this fight. It's Germans occupying the hedge, but they were shot at by the British on ambush. Then we shot in return. Literally just feet away from each other, firing rifles and light machine guns at each other. Grenades as well, surely being thrown as well. Where does he go? The aim of the game is to destroy German units, stop them breaking through, stop them trying to get into Aaron's deployment zone as well. Bayonets, every chance he gets, he does it. It's in the blood. Order test.
9.
9 with a pin. with an officer
within 6.
within 6. He told them to do it, and they did it. There's a Victoria Cross in there somewhere. In they go. We can't reactive fire because it's too close. I think we get defend the obstacle though, so I think we fight first. But our numbers are lower. So capture this one. Yeah, we're defending the obstacle. We're occupying the hedge. Aaron's trying to charge into it. Aaron's lined up in contact with the hedge. We'll fight first with 6 models. There's no SMGs in there, so we're just going to roll up 4 kills on 4 pluses. Yeah, 2.
Okay.
So Aaron will fight with the remaining models, which should be 6.
But additional dice for fixed units for the British rule.
That's why he charged. Extra 2 dice for that special roll, which is going to tip it well in your favour. 4 pluses. Cock dice is fine. You've done it anyway. You've got 3. Got 4.
Okay.
And then loser is destroyed.
Yep.
Hedge taken. And I think you get a regroup of D6 if you so wish. And combat resolve. Germans repelled, expelled from the hedge here at the point of the British bayonet. There's a boldness has swept over the British here. Another dice has come up for them. And Aaron's activated an advanced move, the Vickers. It's going to go point blank into the side of my armoured car. Yeah, so I'll throw this question open and you can let us know what you think in the comments section. We're just reading through the recce rules. I reckon I can make a recce manoeuvre and just go off the board. It says advance or run move, so I'll execute a run move. I'll go 6, pivot, and then it's about 14 inches to the edge. I've got 18 inches left because it's 24 on a run. I've just got a turret jam, so I'm just going to disappear. So Aaron will show you the escape route. He's going to drive through there. You can make sound effects if you want to, and then goes along, then off the board and off it goes. Well. Okay, I'm happy enough with that. Pick myself up 3 victory points, and it also stops him from shooting someone else.
Yeah, it's wasted. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That was a slight mistake.
Yeah, strange one, that one. The recce rule is a very interesting one, very helpful. Right, some more dice have been activated. So too has an ambush. So add across here, snap to action with these. Add this fired zeroed in. Add and cause pins, but no pen there on the cruiser. That's taken 2 pins. The officer squad just staying where it is, and the infantry squad pushing through here, and again we've triggered ambush. Keep walking into a field of fire across here and getting caught out. So the Vickers is going to shoot, it's just tucked in there, and then the British rifle section as well is going to shoot at them with models that can see. You're interrupting me, so you can shoot with the Vickers here. So executes a fire order. It turns the ambush into a fire order.
Yeah.
So Vickers shot actually got no hits, had a pin, and just Aaron rolled low. Only the light machine was in range and line of sight. That got 3 hits, 1 wound, which we failed, took a casualty, took a pin, shot back at the Vickers, caused 1 casualty and a pin. So that's that bit of a firefight taking place across there. So a few more dice coming through, mostly German. Fire order here, struck the side armor of the Matilda, no damage, but caused a pin. Shot here, struck the Matilda, no damage and caused a pin. It's been struck so many times here, but just clanging on the side of the armour. As we also shot here with these onto the infantry, causing a pin. And Aaron's about to try and shoot with them. They're on 2 pins here, so order test. Passed, so pin can go, and they'll execute a fire order here. 2 hits, 1 wound, cover save passed. We didn't react. And we picked up more pins. About 6 pins here. Not good. Matilda's on the move. Passed the order test. Lost a pin. And has pushed out. And is going to go for a point blank shot into the half track. It's a good move. Aaron can execute. There's 3 ups. Or 4 ups even because you pin.
Yeah.
Missed. Okay. Mortar's about to fire. Shot across here. Order test was passed with the cruiser. And then missed with its shot into the side of the disabled half track. Aaron's going to try and drop in his mortar, needing a 5. The next British dice that's come up. Oh, landed in the field again. No. All right, but it'll be a 4+ next time. This is getting dangerous here as the mortars adjust for range. If we get struck by a mortar round, it's going to cause havoc. German dice next. Panzer IV on the move. Advance and shot bow machine gun and the main gun at infantry. Missed with the main gun. Bow machine gun caused a pin only. Next up, German dice. Panic across here on this flank. No wonder, because they've been shot at. They've lost their transport vehicle. So we rolled double six foobar, panic, and closest board edge, which is the flank. And we have left the table. Units destroyed. Next up, the French. They don't panic.
Ambush.
Oh, okay. Sensible. Yes, yes. I have to say, for AI control, it's been pretty good in this game. The French have decided to go into ambush. Okay. We don't ask why. We're just happy to have them on the board. We're on a British dice. There's some German dice that have come up. We've pushed into the hedge with these just to act as observers. And then desperate stuff here from the Germans playing the mission. It's played a run order on the half track. Always correct us if we're wrong, if you think we're wrong in the comment section below. But I've gone a run move, which is a full-on reverse, which is half speed 9. You get 190-degree turn. So we've turned and faced that way. There's our exit across there for now, at least. And the Kuba wagon, 1 turn, and then a run order dashing across in this direction as well. So Germans have found a potential exit point, but it's really going to pivot on which dice come up first on turn 6. Germans making a dash for the exit. The one exit we thought we wouldn't try and attempt to leave in this battle. My original intention was to punch through here, but Germans just need to try and exit wherever they can. So cycled through the last of the dice. The bikes are here. It's very frustrating. Daimler Dingo moves across here and slight pivot to shoot at point blank. We can't get through here because rough ground. This terrain piece is rough ground. They're wheeled vehicles. They can't go through there. We didn't want to get shot at and potentially destroyed or damaged and pins and so on. So we executed a recce move. All the way around here. You can, with motorcycles, you can do as many turns as you want. So they've gracefully moved around the bend here, but they're back to the starting point. They're meant to be off the board. So the British have done very well to stop them. And I think that's it. We've seen the Germans trying to break out across here. Infantry push, but frustrated by ambushes and rifle fire coming from across there. And I think everything else is done. Yeah, end of turn. We're going to go on to turn 6 here, the last couple of turns left. As per usual for most of our games, I think this one's going to go right to the wire. It's difficult to tell who's going to win this one. Germans have managed to get 1 unit off the board, but they're taking casualties and they're losing units. And it's all going to pivot on who gets the first dice over there. Or string of dice, at least. We all know where these dice are going to go. Come on, Germans. Germany. Half track. You check range for us. 18 inches, please. We are leaving. Goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen.
Oh, yeah.
Off he goes. Goodbye. It's okay. We'll take that. It's the unlikely breakthrough place on the board, but we'll take any exit here in this desperate game. Blitzkrieg. Next dice out of the pot. Kuba wagon.
Yep.
No. What shade is
French.
that? It's a French dice.
Yeah.
The close, similar shade.
Okay. Let's see what they're going to do. They're going to ambush again.
Ambush again. Okay, they're determined to defend the cabbage patch. Okay, next. Germany again. All right, Kuba wagon. 24-inch range on this one, please. So straight turn and then 24. I think we've got this one.
Yeah.
Off he goes. That is crucial here. That's 1 vehicle plus the unit inside. That's 6 victory points. That's all to do with those dice being drawn. Oh boy. Okay. Tricky business. Next dice out of the pot. British, but it's too late. Drama here over on this flank. I thought this would be the dead quiet flank in this game. And I guess that's the beauty of bolt action, is you do get a really good spread of play, usually, for games. So Aaron can think about which unit to shoot with here, or to give an order dice to. It may be the case of going on the hunt for destroying units now that the German units that were attempting to break out have broken out. And now it's a case perhaps of hunting down, destroying German targets. So cruiser shot and hit superficial, steering compromised, an additional pin on the half track. And then now another British dice has come up. Vickers, fire order into the side of the Panzer IV. Nasty. 2 shots needing 3s. No. Light anti-tank gun. No, it's not.
It's automatic cannon, yeah.
2 shots needing 4s.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, so missed. So, German dice, question I've got, if I had have ran the Panzer IIs, how much better would they have fared in this game? Might have suited them all right.
Yeah, because they could have zipped off the table.
Yeah. And they like getting in close for side rear armour and so on,
Yeah.
so the scenario would have suited them quite well.
Exploited that gap.
Yeah, Aaron, this is the Aaron's gap, we're going to call it here, but he's...
No, we're not going to call it that.
He's really kicking himself about leaving that side door open across there and those German units escaping. It's just a little manoeuvre like that with the Vickers, and it's let the Germans through the gate here. So because he's covering these exits pretty good here, but Germans have found a spot and they have exploited it. So German dice coming up. Fire order, hit, penetrated, but just caused pins. It was a stunned result there against the cruiser. Just nothing from the officer. And then here with these, shot, order test actually. Okay, clear that pin. We shot without the pin. Aaron reacted and went down. Caused 1 wound, which passed on a 3-up cover save. British dice came up. Mortar zeroed in, hit and destroyed the anti-tank gun. Good hit. German dice, anti-tank gun. Try and take on that cruiser. 3-up. Yes, they've been quite accurate, these anti-tank guns. We have said front armour. Oh, just a pin. Okay, pin plus 3 in total for the range. British dice came up. Matilda shot across here and missed. Panzer IV dice came up. Well, dice came up when we moved the Panzer IV 9 inches. Main gun shot and missed the infantry. Bow machine gun hit them, caused a casualty and a pin. German dice tried to shoot with the half track. Failed the order test. Aaron's snapped to action here with a number of units. That was the Vickers shot across here, I believe, and caused a pin. No casualties. Then, as you can see, Aaron's just moved forwards, advanced move with the rifle squad, and they're going to put their shots into the Herr German infantry across here. He's looking for rifle range, 24. Yeah, okay, he's got it. They've shot a pin and a casualty caused on the German infantry squad across here. Infantry squad tried to shoot, but the pins, they failed their order test. They were going to go and try and put a pin on the half track. The crowd shoots and they're making a dash. They've got themselves onto the road and heading off across in this direction of a run move 24 inches in total. The last few dice being used have just pushed these out of the hedge and into here. We're just sort of hunkering down now with German forces, happy enough just to just hold the line. We've pulled the sniper team back a little bit, just trying to see out the game, trying to keep units alive. And that's it, end of turn. We'll go on to turn 7. No, turn 6 has been and gone. We roll up for turn 7, don't we? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, we think we know the conclusion to this one.
Yeah.
Okay. So Aaron can roll 4+. We'll get turn 7. We don't. The game ends. We'll give you a final score here, but the German breakthrough with lighter elements, I think, will be significant enough for them to pick up victory here. So the game comes to an end. We've been talking about medals and where to allocate them. Both of us have got pretty good, strong choices, I think. And points-wise, we'll calculate that first of all. Aaron destroyed 3 units. So the anti-tank gun was zeroed in and destroyed across here. A German infantry squad fled off the board and counts as destroyed. And that squad as well received the bayonet and was destroyed and surrendered and so on. So that's 3 units times 2, 6 points.
Yeah.
The Germans got a total of 4 units off the board. 4 times 3 is 12. And then plus destroyed units, 1 point each.
5 destroyed units.
5 destroyed units. 17 points to 4. So clear enough German victory. It doesn't look very convincing. We didn't break. I was hoping to like smash a wide gap and then drive through with glory and honour, but that's not happened. The Allies frustrated at the German attack coming through here. Victory came from unlikely direction. We instead pushed around to the left-hand side. Just shows you in bolt action you can have a big game plan, but you have to be able to adapt and try and pursue victory in perhaps an area you weren't planning to during the game. That's certainly what's happened here for the Germans. But that all hung on
My mistake.
Aaron moving out, yes, but also our dice coming up first because Aaron had loads of units ready to take on those softer vehicles. The way was led by the Recon unit that broke through, and then the rest, like little ducklings, followed along. They saw it's like sheep going out, one goes and they all go out of the gate there. So German units escaping has brought about victory. So, food for thought for sure for both armies. Quite like this German list. I do miss the Panzer 1s and 2s. People have been asking about Panzer 3s. Yes, I have 3 of them yet to be painted up as we up the armour here for the Germans. And then for the British, Aaron's got ideas. He does listen to the comments as well. We're talking about those, I think they're 2-pounder anti-tank guns, I think they're called.
2-pounders, yeah. Actually,
Get yourself some flak, man,
yeah,
to get that aeroplane away. Yeah, Bofors might be quite cool. See if that could drive away the German aircraft. Right, so for medals, I'm going to go for a Panzer Ace here and give it to the Panzer IV. And his initial strike was shattering at the start of the game across there, taking out 2 guns in 1 round of shooting. So Panzer Ace there for that medal.
I'm going to give my medal to this.
The bayonet charge boys
charge
over there.
squad.
There's
Here
bound
we
to
are.
be a Victoria Cross in amongst that squad across there. Well done. And then for the French, as Aaron can choose a unit to receive the Legion of Honour. 1 hour later.
A default choice.
Yes, goes to that unit across there. Well done, messieurs. That's very good. Well done. Okay, so we'll hope to see more of the French in the future. There's more on the painting desk for sure. The plan is to get like half an army, and then they can ally with the British, if Aaron will have them. And then we can push on to 1250 points. But it's great to see the French on the channel. We've had a small sampling of them here in this game. Hopefully we'll see more going forwards. So that's the battle. Just to finish with a massive shout out to those that support us already. It's great to see channel members coming through. And you can check out the terrain tutorials. We've got quite a catalogue now of those. There's campaign games which are on the way. There's 3 already live. That's a series of 20mm bolt action D-Day landings using James's very impressive collection of 101st Airborne. So you can check out those games. They're on membership. And if you're wanting to learn to play bolt action, we have a complete series. We go through the entire book. It's all broken down into sections. We'll show you how to play. We'll get you fluent in bolt action. That video series is finished and it's live exclusively to channel membership. So you can support the channel, and as a reward, we can give you some great content in return. A big shout out to Gareth Wallace and Chris Hutchins for their super support on the channel as well. Join us on the channel. You can support us through Patreon. Keep a lookout for more battles coming through for France, the Western Front, but also the Eastern Front as well with the Russians. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.